stage tonight. The ridiculously talented Lauren Graham has acted on Broadway and, of course, in film and television. Many of you know her from her incredible portrayals.
So for a long time, I felt like there was barely 1 degree of separation between us.
I know.
We both went to Barnard. You were in the movie version of my novel, One True Thing, with Meryl Streep and Renee Zellweger.
One of my first jobs, really, as an actor. Amazing, gorgeous book.
And once in a doctor's waiting room, a woman said that my daughter Maria and I reminded her of Lorelai and Rory
I am so excited to finally cross that bridge and actually meet you.
And to read this absolutely phenomenal novel. If you haven't read it yet, you're going to love it, especially if you're a New Yorker, because in New York it conjures up the New York where you see a guy from your apartment in a neighboring apartment and sort of keep track of him. It's irresistible, and it's so funny.
That's so nice of you. I could die now. That's Thank you so much.
But I gotta ask you this. I mean, someone once said to me that the 2 most perilous and challenging lines of work are being an actor and being a writer. So now you're one of the few people in the Pantheon who's done both. How come? Why did you want to do this?
I don't entirely know. Honestly, I kept saying to friends and family, whose idea was this? Like, why didn't I pick up a nice instrument, a new language, a craft, like something that isn't so vulnerable? And I don't know, but I was a voracious reader as a child. I think it's part of the reason I ended up as an actor. Stories, there was nothing more important in our house than a good story. My father's an excellent storyteller, and I lived in the world of fiction. That was a world as real to me as my own in some ways, and so the difference here was I'm on a job where I don't work every day, and I, for the first time in my life, had these pockets of time that I can't go do a play, I can't do a movie, I'm under contract on a TV show, so I felt I needed something, and I wanted something creative that I hadn't tried before, and this started with, I think, to a certain degree, thinking about starting out, thinking about that time, thinking about that New York, because I still live here part-time, and I'm still here all the time, and I thought about how much has changed, and also how little has changed. There's an anxiety dream that opens the book that had changed so much. It used to be probably funnier, but it's too late now. But she was in Annie, she was playing Annie in the musical Annie, and she forgot the words to Tomorrow, which I just thought was like ridiculous, because how could you forget it? But I still have that dream, and I have that kind of sort of fear of what if I forget, or you're doing a play and you can't remember what it is. So that's where that was the scene that started the thing, and it was just a gratifying, horrible, wonderful experience that I can't wait to do again.
Did you find it harder than acting?
Oh yeah, because there's no one helping you on a day where things are not happening. And also I had so much to learn in terms of structuring something. And, I'm not the most organized person, and I did my book like I did my senior thesis, which was, when I first met my editor, Jen Smith, who's right there, who's a wonderful on Twitter, which I recently was forced to join by the evil Random House people. I said something grammatically incorrect today, and she very kindly was like, just so you know, and like sent me an email. So I'm like I'm always being edited now. But anyway, my editor said to me when we started this together, I said, just so you know, I wrote my senior thesis in like a very short time on the typewriter and turned it in like, that scene in Working Girl, like running down, to the last possible second. working girl, anyone? And she said, oh, well, just so you know, I finished my thesis 2 weeks early and I lied about it because I didn't want people to think I was a geek.